I ordered the Fly More bundle. It included the DJI Neo 2, the RC-N3 controller, 3 batteries, and a charging hub. It also came with USB-C cables and a lightning cable for older iPhones. The RCN3 has a built-in USB-C connector. If you use a newer iPhone or Android device, you won't need any additional cables. Insert a battery into the DJI Neo 2 charging hub by placing the end with the DJI logo on the bottom in first, then press the top into place until it clicks. Tap the power button on the battery to check its charge level. The number of illuminated LEDs indicates remaining power. More lights mean more charge. Tap the power button on the side of the charging hub to view the charge level of all inserted batteries. Next to that button is the USB-C port, which powers the hub. Remove the gimbal cover before powering on the drone to allow proper initialization. When using ND filters, ensure the drone is level so the gimbal can initialize correctly. Whether it's on the ground or in your hand, keep it flat to avoid gimbal errors. If you receive a gimbal initialization error, power off the drone. Make sure it is completely level. Power it back on, keeping it level during startup. Power on the Neo 2, tap the power button, then press and hold it. The battery LEDs will light up to show the current charge. You'll hear the initialization tone. The front screen will turn on and display the selected mode. Wait 5 to 10 seconds for initialization to complete. To power off the drone, use the same sequence. Tap, then press and hold the power button. On the front left of the drone is the mode information screen. It changes when you press the buttons underneath to select a mode. Each mode change is also confirmed by a voice prompt from the drone.
Rocket. Follow. Selfie shot. Droney.
Okay, here, I didn't do a good job of getting the buttons in focus. What I'm trying to show is that you push the 2 buttons that are side by side here, either left or right, to select the next or previous mode. If you press and hold one of the 2 buttons, you will select the sub options underneath each mode, such as distance. If you press and hold the button again, you will get to the next option over on that particular line. At first, this can be confusing, because if you press the quick arrow to the left or the right, it will select the outside options, but you would be unclear on how to select the middle option. To get to the middle option, press and hold either left or right, whichever is flashing at the time, and it should select the middle option. Once you are satisfied with your selection, you confirm the selection by pressing the button with the orange line on it to the left. Now, one thing to note as far as distance goes is that it is announced in meters. Even though you can change this option in the phone to show feet, the drone will only announce in meters. So it would be good to be aware of the conversion if you're not.
Okay, now we're ready to get the DJI Neo 2 into the air. Take off your cover. I happen to have a ND filter installed because it's sunny, late afternoon. A couple other things you need to do first before you are ready to use gesture control. And the one thing is you need to unlock it via the app. It may be different in the Android. I happen to have iPhone, and I'll throw those instructions up really quickly.
So first you're going to need to connect the drone to the app. It should look something like this, and this is the screen that comes up as it's connecting. Go into the settings screen, and you'll see At the top, have safety, go over to control, and then go down to gesture control, and it will be toggled off, and it'll look like this. And then you just toggle it back on, it'll look like this.
Okay, after you have unlocked it by the app, you need to be in active track or spotlight. So first let's cut the drone on. Quick push, and then a push and hold. Let's hold our hand flat, especially if you've got the ND filter on there. I've noticed that it gives you problems. I may not have done that quick enough. Okay, well, it's good that that happened, because that's what happens if you don't have your hand perfectly flat and you have the ND filter installed. So I'm going to cut it off and then cut it back on. We'll try that again. Cutting it off is the same as cutting it on. Push and hold, wait for it to cut off. Now I'm going to hold my hand flat this time. Quick push and a push and hold. Okay. Okay, now you see how it's flat this time, and that's what you want. Now let's check the modes we're in. It says we're in follow, and we need to be in either spotlight or active track. So we're going to push the buttons down here and change it.
Selfie shot. Droney. Circle. Rocket. Follow. Selfie shot.
There we go. We'll stay in selfie shot. And so after that, to take off, we will push and hold the big button with the orange line on it.
Medium. Selfie shot. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, and there we are. We're in the air. And of course, to land it, you're just gonna stick your hand out. You did do that. Okay, we'll let it hover for a second. Then we're gonna hold our hand up. And you should see a blue light come on and stay solid. Okay, so now it's locked onto follow mode. We go up, and there it goes up. Move it down, and it goes down. We're gonna left a little bit, and then over to the right. Bring it back to the center, hold your fist up, and it stops tracking. Okay, now we're gonna adjust the distance. You're gonna bring both palms up. See the blue indicator again. Move your hands apart, and it goes away from you. If you move them back in, it comes back in. Now we're gonna raise them up. Raise it up with one hand, pull it apart, bring it back in, and then one palm, bring it back down. We'll go lower this time. See how low we can go. Bring both palms back up. Bring it away from you, bring those palms back in, bring it back in. Now let's make it circle around. We're gonna give it a clench fist, and we're gonna just walk and let it follow us for a minute. Stop. We can take control of the drone again by putting our palm up. This time we'll move it around to the front. Put the fist up. Now it's locked on from the front. Let's bring it down some. And let's make it go away from us a little. We'll give it the fist again to lock that in, and then we'll move towards it. And as we're moving towards, it's tracking us and using its obstacle avoidance to avoid any obstacles. Of course, there aren't any at the moment. but it's still tracking us as we move forward. All right, let's bring a palm up again, take control, bring it down some, lock, and we'll go back away, and it's still tracking us from behind. And that's how you use gesture control. Let's bring it back to the front. Let's bring it in a little bit. Let's bring it down. That's good. Now let's test out the obstacle avoidance. Okay, well, it did make it through that limb, which was kind of low. So, okay, not bad, not bad.
Okay, that's it for this video. Thanks for sticking with me for this first look at the DJI Neo 2. Next time I want to take a look at the Neo 2 with the N3 goggles and the RC Motion Controller 3. So please like and subscribe so you'll be notified when that video drops. And thanks so much for watching. Till next time.